What's going on? Welcome to a fun Saturday afternoon. We are here back in the valley on the ZetaCraft server, and yeah, we're just gonna be working on some various projects here on the server today. We went ahead and put on a goal in today's chat, so we'll let whoever donates first be the one to decide what we work on today. But I was thinking on working on either updating to medium voltage or getting everything ready for medium voltage, tackling chest monster for our base area here, or continuing work on the donor village. So we'll leave it up to you guys and what we want to do here. In the meantime, I'm going to get started right away on making some food to last me for the day, because obviously I only got like 2 days left on these sandwiches before they go rotten, and I would rather have a full inventory of food to go through the stream today. But yeah, that is kind of what our plan is to start off the day today. Now let's see here. I think I can do cheese on these sandwiches. And then I think I can also do meat. Let's see if I have enough to do everything I need to be able to do this here real quick. Going for a nice chill stream to start here. I'm going to temporarily drop off all these logs I had on me at the donor village when we were last working over there. Might give me a fighting chance to actually get something done today. That might have been a mistake. Oh well. We will go for it. Let's make that into shredded cheese and jam. I can make it jam and cheese, but not protein. Or I can do, and that's dairy, protein, fruit, and grain all in one sandwich. Well, that sounds like the winning recipe to me. Those are good in 16 days. We'll finish off the sandwiches that we had. Put the rest down in storage here real quick so it stays good for a little while longer. And start figuring out what it is we want to work on today. Go ahead and throw these guys right there. Got that. Don't need the bread on me at the moment. Put that back. Don't really need that. I'll have to turn this into something a little bit better. Well, my inventory is getting out of control. Oh my god, Shadow. Just immediately making the decision for us. Welcome to the stream, Shadow. Thank you so much. MV technology is what you want to see? Well, that is what we will work on today. I am glad that we had that decision made nice and early here. Let's go ahead and set up a more reasonable, and we'll have this be just happy New Year's and good tidings to all. Our goal. Let's do that. But welcome to the stream, Shadow. Glad you could be here, and yeah, we will go ahead and work on MV technology here. I'm not exactly sure what all I need to be able to do this, but we'll figure it out together, and that's going to be half the fun. So welcome to the journey. Who put all these hides and stuff in my backpack here? I've got so much just junk lying around in my backpack. Hey, Shadow. I love the little hello. I was on the Forever SMP yesterday. I got some friends on that server, and I was just kind of doing some world designing with them. And in vanilla Minecraft, I don't have a backpack, and I felt naked without the backpack. It was wild to be like walking around. Like I kept hitting like B, like open this up. It's like nothing's happening. Where am I supposed to store inventory? Why is my inventory constantly just full of junk? And it's like, so that's what it's like to play vanilla Minecraft. It's been so long. So that was a fun little side track there. I don't need flint and steel on me, I don't think. Let's go ahead and put these guys away where I don't need them very often. And let's see if we can catch up where we were. Why was that like super laggy? What is happening? Why was that so laggy? Don't understand. Anyways, that's, you know, future Ricky problems. Hey Joshua, welcome to the stream. Still sick as a dog, but at least I can watch the stream. Hey, I hope you get to feeling better. Sorry that you're not feeling great, but glad we could be here as your little entertainment while just relaxing and getting some rest. Very, very important. Shadow says hello, Joshua. So if you want to see here, since I was last on, I've been collecting a lot of gases and just turning all my oil into various fuels and stuff. Although I think I've backed up the entire system here and it all needs cleaned out if I'm not mistaken. But we do have some liquid polyethylene. I need more. What do I need in here? To make the ethylene, I need 1 bucket of the steam fuels, and I think I have more than a couple buckets here, it would look like. Let me get a tube hooked up and see if I can start processing that into the polyethylene that I know I need to go on to the next step. This is a bit of a zoo I have going on in here. This is all very temporary. I need to figure out a better way to do this system, but this is just how we're going to start out today. So hopefully you guys don't mind that. I'm playing of entertainment this morning. Been waiting for that all to kick off some of the time. Understandable. Where is my pickaxe? There it is. Got that guy. Don't need that anymore. Let's see here. Take the fuel source here. And then I think, is it like laggy for people today or is it just me? How did I get? Oh, I need more steam. I've got this going to the wrong. That's what was wrong here. I'm out of steam coming into this chest to make the lightly steam cracked. Okay. So let's follow our steam line and see where our steam is coming from. All the way down here. And it looks like I've got steam not attached. Well, that might explain why I've got no power. It looks like I cut out the steam line. Yeah, that's creosote, that's water. But I've got this line going over here into these guys, but I don't actually have these guys connected here, and that would be why I have no steam. Makes a lot of sense why I don't have steam, but not necessarily helpful. ZZ says, how much oil sands is needed for mid-game? Ice says, aloha. Mid-game off oil sands. Oof. About 1.2 mil daily on average. Wow. That's a lot. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, Z. This is my first time playing the mod pack. I'm just now getting into medium voltage for the first time, so I don't know the answers off the top of my head very well, but I'm trying to figure that out as we go as well. Energy usage grows exponentially, not linearly. Absolutely. I have noticed that like there is a large change in the power requirements. So let's see. I think if I just connect this steam line here, it will give me the fuel I need. Probably got too much stuff moving up here, which is why I'm lagging a little bit. If you're at mid game, you should be using other methods of power gen. I know for a while benzene was the preferred power method for mid game, but I also know that benzene is being neutered in the latest updates. I might have too much stuff moving in this place, and that might be why I'm lagging. I probably need to actually do a little bit of something with all of the stuff moving around, because I am definitely losing frames in here. Too many entities. I'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll make it work. Mid game is like EV IV. Oh goodness. I mean, that makes sense at the beginning of Space Age should be the mid game, since there's also an interstellar age, and I am just now approaching medium voltage here. So yeah, from MV 2 to 4,000, that is much more logical for what oil sands power would be. It really depends on what all you're planning to run with the power. Like what are you using the power for? How many machines are you running at the same time? It's bizarre that this, for the first time, I'm lagging in here. I've not had an issue in this room ever that I can think of. I might need to look into that, but I am definitely dropping frames. It's okay. This is why we're improving. Hammer. Still don't have a hammer on me. Why do I not have a hammer? No hammer on this wall. Josh says, I have a full MV setup close to HV and tried oil sands. Used 4,000 per IRL day. Wasn't worth. Swap to biodiesel. Biodiesel seems like a good ulterior fuel source from what I've seen so far. What was I looking for? Shadow sending a gift membership going off to Kenzie. Thank you so much for the gift membership, Shadow. Far too kind. Joshua, OMG, finally someone can receive it. Right? It's been crazy how generous you guys have been. Is biodiesel broken? Is oil sands just underpowered? I think oil sands is just a little underpowered more than anything. It's not the most efficient fuel source in the mod pack, is my basic understanding. I could be wrong with that, but let's see here. I connect this line like so and have that all going in one direction. So it's all leaving, but not going back. What we want. I have never seen this elevator behave like this. I've got to have too much stuff going off of these equipment or something. Be my guess. Hey, look, we've got steam now. Now we're making a bunch of lightly steamed fuel. And so into that is the steam. that needs the output of the heavy fuel, which I don't have my filters set up right for this thing. I need to actually add in those little filter pumps to send the right gases to the right equipment. That's kind of what I've been running into, and I could try to fix that right now, or hear me out, we just bypass it. Boop. And then I send, no, I didn't want that. I want to send this guy down, and now we're full of fuel. Except for that guy. Take that out. Really? Oh, it's because it's got 1500. I was like, does it hold a whole bucket? That was wild. Take that. Take. No, can't do that. Shadow setting another gift membership. Once again, making sure it's a members only stream here, it looks like. Just being way too kind. Let's see here. If I take that out in there. What am I doing wrong here? Heavy fuel in a reactor with, hold on, it's heavy fuel with hydrogen gas. A chemical reactor makes steam. Shadow, these gift memberships, you're out of control. Way too kind. I take heavy fuel and steam, I get lightly cracked. So why is that not working? Heavy fuel and steam. Hold on. I say he's making a members only stream. Absolutely is. Is this supposed to be? Did I screw this up? Shadow. 5 gift memberships? You're wild. I've been here for 10 minutes, I feel like. Heavy fuel plus steam makes lightly steam. So the steam, so I'm getting the heavy fuel from here. The steam actually needs to go in here, not here. Oh my goodness, I have made a mess of this equipment. It's the wrong recipe. The steam's supposed to be going in here. I've somehow totally screwed this up. We got the heavy fuel going in. Not sure how I'm gonna get steamed out. All right, steam hot. Joshua goes, so yep, steam is hot. I've got fuel here with the steam. The hydrogen makes the lightly hydrocracked heavy fuel. I actually want this, I believe. I added an extra step that wasn't necessary. Where's the hydrogen sulfide coming from? Way too much hydrogen. Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like I've got everything backwards here when I was piping everything in, and so back to the drawing board a little bit on that. Here's what we'll do. Got plenty of steam, so I'm not worried about the loss of steam. Like, that's whatever. A bunch of those probably went into, oh my, where? What? Where did all that steak come from? I'm so confused at the moment. Why is there so much cooked beef? And where did it come from? Genuinely don't remember cooking beef. All right, let's clean inventory and sort that for a second. Just inventory, sort that. It's all gonna be dead in 4 days anyways, which is such a waste. Who killed all the cows? Genuinely don't remember doing that, which is a little concerning. I'll keep it alive a little bit longer. All right, steam. We got the steam. Actually needs to go into this piece of equipment. Probably would have been smart to like actually color code these a little bit better, but I don't feel like making a bunch of new tubes at the moment. So this is what we're working with. I apologize, it's a lot of me jumping around, but we'll be okay. Let's go down, down, over, 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 and down. What we'll do there. You know what? I'm wondering if it'd be easier just to replace the chemical reactor and just lose the stuff that's in there already. Might be the best option that I have here. Oop. I don't need the hydrogen anymore. That was a mistake. Yeah, because now I've got the hydrogen sulfide. Should go out here. Excellent. Sure that won't be an issue later. And then here, I need to take the steam out. Do I have any of these that are empty? That guy is. And then in here, I need that to be added to the hydrogen. No? Hold on. Making sulfuric heavy fuel. I'm turning the heavy fuel. I'm sorry, I'm very much confusing myself, so let me work through this for a minute. Sulfuric heavy fuel is made from the oil sands. That is being pumped into this chemical reactor. I don't need the hydrogen in there, so let's go ahead and pull that out. The steam plus the hold on. Was I right? So we're making sulfuric heavy fuel. That adds the hydrogen to make the heavy fuel. So I did need hydrogen into here. Not steam. So if I break this guy, take the steam out, and I need 8 buckets of the sulfuric heavy fuel to go to 1 bucket of hydrogen. That hydrogen then adds to the steam to make the lightly cracked. I was right the first time. So the steam actually goes in here. It would appear. Close that guy. Oh, I had it right. So I've got sulfuric heavy fuel, but it should just be heavy fuel here, not sulfuric heavy fuel. That's hydrogen, biomass. I've been collecting a lot of resources over the last couple of days. Now we're getting sulfuric heavy fuel, but shouldn't it just? It's because I'm literally pouring sulfuric heavy fuel in like a fool. Oh. And that guy went into there. Rid of that. I want the sulfuric heavy fuel to go into there. So I can do that by doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, connect them, and then if I, where'd my mallet go? There it is. Turn this guy on. Now I got a bunch of sulfuric heavy fuel, making a bunch of heavy fuel. The heavy fuel should then make its way over here with the steam. And by that I mean like that. And that sends the heavy fuel into there. The heavy fuel, oh god, I am trapped again. Heavy fuel is coming into here as lightly steam cracked fuel, being mixed together at this recipe with the carbon dust to then make the ethylene, which is then mixed with oxygen to make the liquid polyethylene. I'm up to 124 millibuckets of that, and we're making what, 50 millibuckets at a time, and that just made enough to make some more polyethylene, making 216 of those. And if I send this to an assembler, I will be able to make the inductors, which I think is what I need. To make, what was it I needed to make? Was it diodes? Is that what I was after? Yeah, liquid polyethylene with copper wire and silicone wafers to make the diodes. This is how we're going to make our first diodes in an assembler. So now that I've got the polyethylene there, that's a basic assembler there. I don't really need the glue at the moment. So why don't I can I do this? Let's turn the drain off. And that in. Forgot how much glue can actually sit in those large pipes. But I'm trying not to waste all the glue because that actually is a resource we will use. Anyways, while I'm doing this, how has everyone been for their New Year so far? Anyone do anything fun to celebrate it? Low key, lots of fun. Curious what you guys have been up to. Got that. Can I? Nope. I guess I could just do it the old-fashioned way, which is what I should have done in the first place, probably. We'll get rid of that pipe. And then we will send that glue there so it just keeps collecting. Joshua, sick, so yeah, that sucks to start the new year off sick. I hope you do get to feeling better. Sorry to hear that you've been a little under the weather, but it does happen, unfortunately. Let's see. Then output. I literally already had an assembler right here. What am I doing? It is just going to be one of those days, isn't it? Where I'm making everything harder than it needs to be. It's okay. Diodes. I need to make the copper wire. Annealed copper. But the same as just copper wire. I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So let's make that. Need snips, wiring, or copper ingots going into a roller. So let's look into that. I think I have a roller down below set up. Shadow did donate for us to the MV, which means that we're not working on the chest monster storage right now. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. Copper wire, that should work actually. I think if I have a roller, I have to use the one at spawn. I might not have one set up in my room here. Joshua says, this morning was a great present for my family. It brings hope that we can eventually meet the extended family from my father's side. That's nice. Hope that works out for you. Sounds lovely. Yeah, and it is just me on the server today. I don't know where everybody else is, but I'm sure they're all enjoying their weekends, which is perfectly fine. I wonder. Oop. Oop. Is that too much? Nah, that'd be fine. As I set up an overly complicated, unnecessarily difficult processing here. Do I have any more hoppers? Because that would be ideal to use hoppers for this. I may have used all of my hoppers, which will be a little bit of a feel bad, but not necessarily surprising. I don't know why the roller is being so slow today. I'm gonna have to look into that. I mean, I'm sure I know why. I'm sure it's because I have been very not lag friendly to the server here at the base. But we've just been, you know, having a little fun with it. Enough plates to make a hopper. Why don't I ever fix my storage problem? I do this to myself. Upper nickel wires. We might come back for those. Bolts, don't do that. Nope. All right, we'll make this work. Reuse Maggie. We're running at the maximum that this guy can run at, which might be part of the problem, to be fair, but you know, we're not necessarily the best at problem solution here. Put him there, make a quick, hold on, I forget the hopper recipe. Oh, the hammer, that's what I was forgetting. Means I should probably, you got enough aluminum? Oh my goodness. We're gonna run to spawn real quick and use some of the equipment there to make some tools. Hopefully that addresses the lag spike we were having at the base. Could also be that. See if that doesn't help. As the whole world slowly reloads around me. In hindsight, I probably should put like an on-off switch to my entire contraption of a base, but I literally have a backlog of materials still being processed there, which is why I've got so much going on. Which is not ideal, but here we are. Do I have the ability to make hammer back here? With the stuff I had, axe, hammerhead, perfect. Great wrench. Oh, I don't need to. I can just do that, and we're gonna put a couple hammers. This is how I make my tools quickly. I got those set up. Put the rest up into my storage. We'll be all right. And then need a stick. That'll work. Okay. Do I have enough to make more than one hopper? Guess I could use a brass item pipe too, technically. I'm sure that's all completely reasonable. We'll burn enough fuel in there. Let's make a hopper. Done. Yes, I am overcomplicating this to the nth degree. I apologize. It's kind of what I do. Making progress. Are we so slow and laggy today? I probably got something going on in my computer that I don't realize. Could be Overwolf. We'll leave the stream deck on. We'll be fine. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why things were misbehaving a little. Painful. I'm going to adjust that after the stream. Got that. And then from there, we do a little bit of this. Cut off that guy. And then I think if I send that in like that, believe that'll work, or does it need to be from the bottom? It may need to be from the bottom, which is fine. We can solve this. We are professionals at what we do here. Throw those in. It will not pull out those out of a chest, but maybe if I get a crate like that guy. And then do I need to, will this not work? I'm kind of hoping that would be like super easy. And it turns out we are getting very unlucky with our tools today. Oh my god. Well, I mean, I guess technically that's working. Can I send out like that? Nope. Well, we're just gonna stand here for a second and collect some supplies, because I don't think I have another hopper nearby. I need to go get steel plates. But like, this is going pretty quickly. So that's nice. So, yeah, I am now functionally a part of the machine. I am here to collect materials as they come off of the roller here. And then, what do I need to make next? Silicone wafers? What is that gonna take to make? Water, filled water. I need to make a monocrystalline structure is what it looks like by throwing silicon dust and gallium into the electric blast furnace. That appears to be the next step. So I need silicone and I need a pile of gallium arsenide. How hard could that be? I think it's done for right now. Go ahead and send these guys up to where they belong, to this assembler. We'll send the copper wires in here. All the other junk that I just have on me at the moment. And then let's go see what we could do about this silicone monocrystalline structure I need to make. There's gallium. That is made by gallium arsenide. And how is gallium arsenide made? Come on, mixer. Gallium and arsenic dust. Of course. Do I have arsenic dust? It'll become a regular material I need for going forward. Good to know. Arsenic dust. Boop. See if we can get it to highlight anywhere. Make it easier to find. I don't think I've seen arsenic yet. Which is a little concerning that I'm looking for something I haven't actually found yet. What else could I get it from? Double click the search bar until it turns yellow. Okay. Oh, well, that's kind of nifty. The important thing I'm trying to figure out is, how do you get arsenic dust? Is it something I just find in the world? I don't remember seeing arsenic. I guess cobalite in an MV electrolyzer would get it to me, but I don't have medium voltage yet. How else are you supposed to get it? Oh, it's a zinc product? Well, do I have zinc in the queue? As you can see, I have a lot of iron and oil sands here that I've been collecting and processing over time. I think I turned all my zinc into ingots, but I don't remember getting a... Now I'm questioning if I did or not. Oh goodness, I need to get the boots that don't let the rubber pieces send me out. So it looks like I've got zinc here, but I haven't actually collected any zinc. So it seems I thought so too, but clearly not. I don't think anyone else has processed nearly as much as I have, so it's probably either I have it or no one does. So what it sounds like is we are going mining. When I ask where I put the gallium dust, please remind me that I put it in this chest next to the electric blast furnace, which is where I'm going to need it anyways. I got scaffolding. I'm going to need to do mining hammer, I should say. And we'll go heal Maya's contraption while we're doing this. And let's also grab our prospector. It seems like we really can't do a whole lot till we get the wafers. So our MV is resulting in us having to do some material exploration, but that's okay. We can make this work. I feel like there was maybe a zinc mine over here at one point in time. I don't know if we emptied it out or not. Right here. Oh my, I put a little garden next to his stairway. That's nice. Oh, it was considerate that was over here, not zinc. Oh, that's not ideal. That was not what we were hoping to see. Did I put my create wrench away? I'm gonna need it to pull up Maya's contraption. That figures. Maya, do you have an extra wrench? What is that? That's cool. Sorry, distracted. Get a wrench from the wall. One of those days where we've got so many great plans and getting very little done as we're trying to do all the tasks it takes to do any of these great plans. I think I did that wrong. What did I just do? Oh, that'll work. Back to Maya's. I really need to get in the habit, and I haven't been, of actually like marking on my mini map where certain ores are, but I just kind of will go and empty out an entire mine whenever I see one, and then there's no point keeping track of where stuff is because there's nothing left in these mines when I'm done with them. Look at this facility Maya's had pop up in like the last week or so. This place is crazy. The man has been building non-stop. So impressive. Oop. Boom, 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 boom. He won't mind. Zinc, nothing. All the fuel I have. Well, I guess I'll go get some more fuel. If only I knew somewhere that was making copious amounts of coal coke. Like just an egregious amount. If only there was some building that was doing that and using it as their entire LV power supply. Wouldn't that be something? And we'll go up over these trees, stop by the house, get some fuel, go look for zinc. Probably on, well, let's, when we stop, we'll check the book to see what type of rock zinc spawns in. We'll try and be at least somewhat mildly strategic. Mildly. Don't want to get too crazy. Down here real quick. That should fuel the machine for a bit. And then let's check the book. Ores. Earth ore. Zinc, which is sphalerite. Zinc is found. Andesite, basalt, dacite, marble, phyllite, quartzite, rhyolite, schist, slate, granite. Well, let's hit the bed real quick. What should have been a super easy, just put stuff in and go. Now I have to like go find stuff. Let's see. Think. An andesite, highlight, limestone, marble. Was that one of them? Yes. Okay. Well, let's head to Hypno's Island. That is where we're gonna go, and we're gonna use full power. Load that guy up and head out. I really should update to a better mode of transportation, because though this is fun, it is definitely slow. If you couldn't tell by now. Oh, gotta be careful. Make my way over the mountain. And we're off. Look at us go. So one of the things that I am planning on doing probably Monday evening is what I'm scheduling. I'm trying to give people enough warning so they can go through and adjust it, including I'm going to have to go through my base and remove all of those rubber belts for the crate mod. But on this world and the CFT world, we need to go in and remove all the belts so that I can go ahead and update the server to 11.15. I put a message out in the Discord to let everybody know, hey, I'm doing it Monday evening, scheduled. Plan accordingly. If there's anything else that needs to be removed, I will let people know so that they can go in and kind of get their base fixed up so we don't lose a bunch of stuff while I'm updating, because that would be ideal. But I know there's a bug with the recipe for the rubber belts and create that we have to remove that when we go to update, and my base has probably too many of them, so I need to go through, remove them. While I'm doing that, I'll probably add like a stop and go clutch to turn everything on and off so it's not just running 24/7. I feel like that would be the responsible thing to do if we're already going to be removing all the belts anyways. But I need to do that, unfortunately. That's on my to-do list on Monday. So if you're on the CFT world and you have any create belts, just put them in your inventory between now and Monday evenings, so when we go to update you don't lose everything. Just as an FYI for everybody on there. And if you want to be on the CFT world, friendly reminder, any membership at any level, you can be whitelisted to join the CFT world and play along with other members. Let's see. Let's fill limestone. There's snow over here, but I think it was like just north of this river was where it changed to marble, I believe. And that is going to be probably where we find some zinc. We'll keep using our little prospecting system to find out just in case. There's diamond and graphite here. That's interesting. Should probably make note of that, though I think I'm kind of past the graphite stage at this point. Just constantly checking the local ores. That's what we're up to now. Bunch of stuff I don't recognize. Was I looking at white sand, not actual marble? Did I go in the wrong direction? Ooh, that'll be embarrassing. True. Maybe true, but I might have done that. It'll be okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. A lot of snow over here, whoever was here last. Especially since it's literally June of 1016, which means we have 16 in-game years done already. Which is wild that we've accomplished that much already on the server. That's with 40-day months, and that's just crazy. Or 35-day months, I believe. Did I make it 40? No, I don't remember. It's so long. Go through and check all of those settings and make sure that they update. That's the other thing, is when we go to update, there is a small chance that all the food storage values are going to get updated, and it could ruin some things that are currently being stored. So if you have food storage, I apologize. I don't know a way to not have that happen, unfortunately. Still no sphalerite. We are just gonna be so unlucky today. Maybe this is why we don't have it, is because it was so hard to find the zinc in the first place. I'm going to try to avoid the food storage problem, but worst case scenario, I may use the powers of admin to replace food that goes rotten with an updated date. That might be the update workaround. So we'll see what I get into about that. Your 900-year bear meat. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous what you can do with some of the food times. I'm going to try and do it so it doesn't mess up, but we'll see what we get into. I know that is because I adjusted the storage time for food. When you update the world, it defaults until I put in the new update parameters, and in that time it like puts it rotten. And once the food rots, you can't unrot the food. It's part of one of the adjustments that I've added into the CFT world of this world to be able to allow for people to play at different time zones. But the unfortunate side effect is every time you update, it messes up the food. And that's why I don't update all the every update, because it would just be you're constantly rotting food, among other things, and it's a lot of work to update, but it is worth it. We are looking for sphalerite ice. We're looking for zinc. I need the zinc ore to be able to process it into the arsenic I need to make the silicone wafer, to make the diodes, to make the MV circuits, to get to MV technology, which is the goal for the day, is to kind of get to that. That is what we're working on right now. Fair enough. Yep, just looking for some sphalerite ore. Something that shouldn't be this hard to find, but here we are. At least we've got a cool looking balloon. And finding everything but chromite. We've got tons of chromite. Like I got lots of that. I just don't have sphalerite. I think it's part of just what spawns and what rocks and what rocks your area is in. I think it's part of, because you guys live so far south, you just have less of the chromite, and up here I just have less of the sphalerite. It's fine. It's how it works. Can't have everything everywhere. This is a very exploration heavy map, or mod, or what have you. Tell you what, why don't we do this the smart way? Why? So I am looking for the rhyolite will work. 28. Well, it would be helpful if I knew where I was. Well, 1100, 2100. So I create waypoint and make my way towards that, which is like a that way direction. That should go to the right rock type to be able to find the sphalerite I'm looking for. So let's try that. That feels like the right approach here. I'm sorry the stream is turned into resource gathering, but you know, that's kind of how the mod pack works sometimes. Sometimes you make massive progress in one episode, and sometimes you spend hours looking for one particular resource you need to move on to the next stage. What can you do? You know? It's fine. Once we find it, we'll make quick work of it with Maya's block crusher. So that's the good news. Follow up. Probably should have tried to put like my horse in this so I could go across this landmass a lot faster. Not sure if I can, but thinking that might have been the right play here. Bunch of garnet here. Oh, it looks like the rocks changed here. Did you go to andesite? But this might be where I need to be. Well, all right. Oh my goodness. We are dangerously close to making progress. We head over here, it looks like. How did I... Oh, Helps to pay attention to where I'm going. I think it needs to be actually this one. And looks like we are where we need to be. Let's go ahead, sleep the night away. Come on. All right. Hey, it's Valorite. All right. Take that with me. Don't want to leave my sleeping bag here. Probably should get the prospector pick out at this point. Looks. Oh, is this going to be a flooded cave situation? Dislike. Let's see if we have enough room to make sense of what's going on here. Well, oh God. I was too close to the river. That was probably a mistake. Whoops. Close off that. Close off these unnecessary water supplies. This is where the miner comes in handy. I got 4 MV miners and 1 MV combustion gem, and it just goes to town. Yeah. Work in progress. We'll get there. I feel like I'm like right on top of it. It looks like it's mostly south of me. Oh, I think I want to go. Uh-oh. It's fine. We will not panic. We will just remove the world. Alrighty, Sphalerite. Excellent. Crap. Well. Huh. What an interesting location we have found ourselves in. That is certain death. A lot of the Sphalerite is like all around here. And I'm just digging straight down like a monster. 6, 7, 8. Let's go for it. What could go wrong, right? All right. Who left all these rocks in Maya's contraption? What monster would do such a thing? And why did I do that to him? Oh well. That was not what I wanted to do. that up. Pick these guys up. Get all the goods. Turn, repeat, do again. I really don't care about the rocks because we can mass produce the rocks. So that's whatever to me. I do want the sulfur. Definitely this sphalerite. Pyrite feels useful. Everything else feels like just a toy. We got that there. And then if we do the same thing in this direction. Go ahead and remove this whole area. The sulfur is a nice little touch here. I feel like we always use sulfur for various things. I'm not terribly upset about that, to be honest. What am I not gathering here? The porous sphalerite, of course. Porous sphalerite, how could I forget about that? It'll be fine. Run around, pick stuff up. Place another guide, start again. He's pick up some stuff. And then for good measure. Nope, 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 not interested. Oh God. I heard it, but I didn't see it. Not sure where that creeper came from, but it was scary. The tried and true process of just taking advantage of the fact that the fire tick is turned off. I'm not saying it's the right way to play, it's just the way that we choose to play because we felt like that was the right thing to do at the time. And look at all those wonderful resources. We're doing a fantastic job of just flying through these. You got room for improvement though. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That sounded dangerous. Don't need the rocks. I said, don't need the rocks. Do need to place fire down. See where I am. Here we go. Boop. And boop. Excellent. Let's move that fire back one. This goes a lot faster when I'm not worried about collecting the rocks, to be honest. Now that we can mass produce our rocks, there's really no point in taking the time to collect it. That stuff's just gonna fall a certain demise down there. Starting to get scary down here. We'll do this wall and then probably I think we have enough for what we need to do to get started. We'll probably come back and do another massive mining expedition, but I just didn't want the whole stream to be just that. For some reason, I know. Crazy like that. I actually want to get some stuff done back at the base. Thankfully, it's only like a half-hour balloon ride back to base, so, you know, nothing too crazy. All right, how do I get out of here? I think it's right here. Nope, off by one. It is right here. Working our way out of here. Good thing I'll never come back here and like actually need all these supplies or anything. That'd be ridiculous. I'll leave the giant scaffolding tower to remind me, hey, there's still more stuff down there if I ever want to come fight for it. Which I'll probably do when I'm not in the middle of a stream, because I don't want to spend the whole stream just gathering resources. We'll be fine. If we could make these diodes today, that would be a huge accomplishment on the things we need to do to move on to MV. That would be a win in my book. Then we'll probably go through all the work of the update, make the diodes, clean up the machine room, and make our next episode, because I do need to get recording on the next episode, but I've been just resource processing and gathering, and there's only so much I can spend on me like, hey, I'm watching a machine AFK in the background. It just becomes repetitive if I just do only that as content. So try and do that on my time, not your guys' time, so you guys see something interesting at least. How far away are we? Way too far. And then, assuming the update goes well on Monday, we will be streaming again for Terrafirma Tuesday. On Tuesday, we'll be back to our normal 7 p.m. Eastern time streaming time this week. So back to our normal time slot there. But ideally, the next stream on Terrafirma Tuesday will be on the latest version of the mod pack. And that would be kind of cool to see what's new and different, and how much of the game is broken, and how much I will spend that stream going around fixing things from unexpected update complications that I'm sure are going to happen, because there always are. Life goes on. I should probably put a poll out on YouTube. What do people want to see most in the next month on the server? Like, do they want to see focus more on going through technology ages? Focus on more builds? What is it that people like on the channel they want to see over the next month of January? What should I focus January working on, I guess would be the real question. Joshua, you will be happy to know that you did donate for me to start working on a battleship for you. And I do actually have a shape down for the ship. Now I need to go in and decorate and detail it, and then I will then work on building it in the main world. But I'm still working on the design parts for it. But I think you'll be happy with the way that the little house build is going to come out for you. So that's something to keep an eye out for. I will slowly be working on that in the background in between streams and content and so on. But I thought you might get a kick out of that. I might even, at the end of this stream today, go into my creative world, which is just a single player copy of the world from a while back that I've been adding to. Kind of show off the process of the ship design and see what you think. Might find that interesting. I don't know. They'll look behind the scenes. So we might do a little sneak peek on what we have planned for the future here. But first things first, get this stuff back, try to make a diode. That is the goal for the day. Yeah, I was just saying a little bit ago, I need to go through and actually make the upgrades and stuff. I do have the aluminum. I've been using mostly my aluminum on making crates and drums for fluid storage. But yes, I do need to make the warship. The only reason I haven't really done it is I actually want to build a proper airfield to store all my stuff. And for whatever reason I had in my mind it'd be easier to build the storage than the airship, but I'm starting to think I need to have the faster transportation first. We'll deal with the where it's stored after we build it. So that might be an upcoming project, is the airship or warship or whatever it's called. It very much reminds me of the airships from Avatar: The Last Airbender that the Fire Nation used in the final episode, or in the series finale. I feel like they look like that from what I was seeing in the descriptions for them. Massive storage and stupidly fast. Good to know. Mm-hmm. We're seeing the ocean, so we gotta be getting closer. Probably about halfway home. Yep, there's Hypno's base. He's got the foundation for a house there, but he hasn't built the house itself, which I think Hypno showed off in a recent live stream that he was working on. I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe he was showing off his plans there. And then that mountain there ahead of us, off to the right that you can kind of see, I believe that is where Kenzie is planning on building her base once she gets back on. She's been working on building a house IRL, so hasn't really been able to be on too much because you kind of have to have a house to put your computer in to play Minecraft. Go figure. But I am curious to see what she does with that mountain there, but I know she wanted to lay claim to that. Crossing the Zeta channel. I was also thinking this little mountain range here behind my base. I feel like the mountain range is too small compared to the size of the buildings. So I'm thinking of building a bigger mountain here. I had that recent thought about a week or so ago of, I feel like I goofed up my scale a little bit with my buildings, and now I need to make bigger mountains, which is fine. It's a good problem to have. We home. We are home. All right. Maya's contraption of doom. I think what we'll do is temporarily just store it right there. Not gonna hurt anything. I'll return it to Maya after the stream. We'll be fine. Probably, if I remember. I don't understand why this is bugging out like this. So, Valerite. If I use this Valerite, I want the arsenic. Was it? Does it not come from this? The gallium does. Have I been chasing the wrong material this whole time? If that's the case, I'm gonna feel real sad real fast. We could get the gallium. The gallium arsenide, but where do I get the arsenic? Probably should have, like, I don't know, looked at this. The cobalite has it. A zinc byproduct. When you say that, but I'm hitting the processing tree for the zinc here, and I'm not seeing arsenic as a byproduct here. All I'm seeing is the gallium part of it, not the, like, I can get the gallium part from this Valerite, but I can't get the arsenic part. That seems to come only from cobalite. It's okay. That's on me for not looking. Arsenic trioxide dust. Do I have that? Real gar. Yeah. Antimony. Once again, antimony, barite, no arsenic. Looks like cobalite is the only thing that has cobalt, sulfur. I need to put cobalite dust in the electric blast furnace. Do I have cobalite dust? I do. It should be I put that in. I'll get the arsenic trioxide out. Which, of course, I have no room for. Take some of this aluminum out. Sure, we can fit it there for right now. Future Ricky won't mind that chest monster I just created for myself. Let's see this. If I electrolyze, I get the arsenic. Okay. I just need an electrolyzer. Do I have one set up? Super chest? It's on my to-do list. Definitely on the to-do list. What was I said? The gallium's in here. When I was asking about where that ended up. Got the silicone dust. Oh, I didn't make a mask, so I'm sick. That's cool. I need these. Electrolyzer. 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 Not have one. I'm gonna feel silly if I don't. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put. What am I holding that made me sick? Got some sort of something. Got particles all over me. Probably from the cobalite dust, honestly. Electrolyte. Do I have one? Electrolyte. Yeah, it would appear the cobalite has indeed made me sick. It happens. Is there a way to easily remedy it, or do I just need to like die? I genuinely don't know. Electrolyzer. Did have an electrolyzer. Oh. Hey. It's also extremely toxic. That's a mixer. That's a mixer. That shows infinity. That's not true. It's like an hour. Oh God. That might be sufficiently long enough that I will consider solving the problem. I'm concerned with how laggy that. Very concerned about that. Oh well. Go. Don't waste durability. Everything's replaceable. Eventually. Woo. Well. I'm gonna be sick by it anyways. Might as well fully commit. Gallium was... I literally just had it on me. Oh god. Here we go. Bad. Nope. That was not ideal. Well, one way to do that, I suppose. That was a little embarrassing. All right, while that's working, do I have another mixer? Hunger, it just died, it's fine. I'll go away quickly. Bug eat. Where I had one more mixer. I want to take that one down because it's all set up to process into glue. But that might be what I have to do. The double click into the dark inventory to search for things is pretty convenient, not gonna lie. That is quite nice for finding stuff. Really have another mixer in here. That's unfortunate. Do it the old-fashioned way. So what we're gonna do is take that. Just pop that guy off for a second. Water and limestone. Sure, that won't matter. Take that. Where did I put the gallium that I had on me not 2 minutes ago when I started this whole thing? Right there. That's where I put it. I'm glad you guys are paying attention because I sure wasn't. Arsenic, gallium. In a mixer. Recipe number 1. We're doing it. We're making the calcium arsenide absurdity stuff. Very slow. Oh crap, it's... Yep. Warlock saying he just caught up. Welcome to the stream, Warlock. We are anxiously trying to make our gallium arsenide here to make our diodes. Or sorry, to make our monocrystalline structure. So into, take all that. That should be enough to get going here. Silicone wafer. And that is made by packing that in a packer. Do I have a packer? Still volunteer to be the server's chest monster hunter. I actually, at the beginning of the stream today, I put a super chat out, and it was like basically first person to donate a super chat can pick between working on getting an MV, working on Donor Village, or working on the chess monster, and this is what was selected. So maybe in another stream we'll work on the chess monster. I do need to tackle it though, because it is getting a little out of hand. That's a lot of junk that we're going to need to make that, but I'm convinced I have not made a packer, so I might as well gather everything to make that. I'm actually quite sure I have not made one of those yet. Warlock says, I was listening at 2x speed while driving, now waiting to pick up my kiddo. Well, thanks for taking the time to watch. Didn't realize I was a drive time entertainment, but I guess that's cool. Fisher, canner, accumulator, rock crusher. Still no packer. What do I need? Thank you. And steel plates, that's a start. For some reason, the whole day it has been a fight with this elevator, so I might have to restart the server. It might be as simple as that, but it's on my to-do list to get that sorted. Steel plates, do I have those? Those, got those. Tin wires. That's somewhere, I thought. He said convincingly. Warlock says the people playing actually created should focus on progress building. That's why you should hire me for free to handle chest sorting until you get create logistics and storage figured out. Well, we kind of figured out the create logistics for spawn. I just need to like actually do it here as well at my base. It's on my soon to be tackled projects. I just have not started said project yet. Is on the very short near term of things I'll be working on. You mean spending all this time going through all my chests every stream is not the answer? I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. Put a bender in there. I want to make these into plates. There's the bender. Excellent. Okay, well, we'll get our plates we need. I guess that counts. We'll count it. Oop. Now, last thing is, where did I put that pile of chests I had on me? Right there. Okay. Sure. Need more plates. Of course I need more plates. I never have enough. I was just as shocked when I came to that realization too. Okay. Packer made. Not to be confused with the Packers. And that is apparently my first Packer. Cool. Where do I put it? You know what? in the interest of not dealing with chaos right now, we're gonna do the old reliable of that's a future Ricky problem. We'll let future Ricky handle it. And then I need to put these guys in. Do a Packer. Program circuit 2. Oh wow, that's quick. Okay. Oh god, I'm holding something hazardous again. I wasn't paying attention. No! Not like this. Oh god. Kick the can down the road. If they're frame chests, they would have been lost for an hour. You know, that's been known to happen. We can't argue with that because it has happened. So that, an assembler. Well, don't tell me. Is annealed copper different than copper? No, it should just be copper. What am I doing wrong here? Oh. It wants power. What a weirdo. Okay. How to get power to it. Put copper in an arc furnace, but is it functionally different? Immediately catches fire. Immediately. It's just like, you have overdone that. The 2-to-1 ratio output. Well, I'm not looking for perfect right now. We'll come back to that. That's once again falls under the category of clearly a future Ricky problem. Making sure this is all not on fire. Yeah, okay, I get it. Needs something. That should do it. We're making 2 diodes. Doing it. Thank you. Waiting for it to catch fire somewhere else. Nope, it's going up. Now I just need more polyethylene. And to do that, I just need to do a little bit of that. And we've got polyethylene. Now, what else do I need? Let's go in 16 buckets. Why is that not draining? There we go. I think I've got everything actually progressing, and we have diodes. We have done it. We have made our first diodes. And I think with those, I can now put those there, these guys here, the 1x copper wires, I believe, MV circuit, two copper wires, so half here. Woo, diodes. Warlock says, drive time, I'll be lurking. Hey, be safe, and thanks for the lurk. I understand the dangers of driving, so be careful, and yeah. Now, the last thing I need for this, I believe, is taking some of these and covering them with silver wire. He said pseudo convincingly. Okay. I thought I had made some of these up already. Now I'm questioning everything. I did. All right. We have two of these. In theory, we are about to start our very first MV circuit. Get excited. We're going to do it. Here we go. Boom. It didn't work. I forgot to turn the power on. Oh, look at this. It's happening. Happening. Beautiful. We did it. MV circuits, just like that. Oh my god. That was amazing. Let's do a little bit of this. Ooh, we're up to 14 diodes. Ooh. We'll put like half of them in here. There. We did it. We have a good electronic circuit. We accomplished something tonight. That's exciting. We did the thing. Dab. The Dab and Ricky. Let's go. All right. MV universal circuit. Sounds useful. Don't know if that was necessary, but here we are. Like a bajillion things it can make now. Circuit assembler ASAP. What do I need? The low voltage circuit assembler. Boom. That is what we need. How hard could this be? A machine casing, of course. You. Machine casing done. What is it I am missing? Got that. The LV emitter. I thought we made those. I really genuinely feel like we made those emitters already. We make more if we have to, but I'd like to use one of them. I've already made it. Let me check down here real quick, and then we'll go make our own if we need to. Looking for anything lit up nice and quickly, sorting through all this stuff. Don't need that. Yeah, we really need to address our storage. This is not the way to live. Actually, I need the quartzite from here. Quartzite. Sure. Put all this junk on me that I don't need at the moment. I think I missed a step somewhere. Oh, in the EBF. Oh, goodness. Losing my mind. And more diodes. You know, more copper wire in there, but that's okay. Did we skip a step at some point? We 100% did. 100% skipped a step here. Let's try that again. Whatever. And then these are, hold on, electric blast furnace circuit 2. And now we're going to make those silicone bowls that all, and 450 seconds, my goodness. That seems like so much, but I guess you get 16 out of it. Whatever, we'll let that keep working. What? Oh, no, not like this. There's literally nothing I could do. This is how we go. Oh, goodness. Just like that. No. Disappointing. Whoa. Well, at least that was easy. Rip indeed. LV emitter. Brass rods. Step 1 done. I just need some low voltage circuits. We'll do this, and then we will probably call it a very successful stream there. Well, we'll try to get the circuit assembler made. That's still on the to-do list. So Circuit assembler. Boom. Just like that, we have our basic circuit assembler. That seems wild. Feel like he needs his own bat box. This feels like it's gonna be something that would require that. Boom, look at them all. Beautiful. Can I not do that? There we go. Nice. Need more diodes. Of course I do. We'll be fine. We'll get there. Half there. Half there. Then I need more steel plates. Look at that. We're up to 12 circuits. That's amazing. Let's see here. Boom. He's powered. Barely an inconvenience. He said convincingly. There we go. One of these guys in here for a little buffer. And then to use... have those. Why is it not updating? What's the dependency? I think this is like one of the things that was bugged with the update, that the map wasn't accepting everything. That's fine. And then I check here. To be the good electronic circuit, and the circuit assembler just needs components. Liquid tin or liquid soldering alloy. What is soldering alloy? Lead tin. That sounds ridiculous. I might just use the tin because I have a bunch of tin. Also, what I'll end up doing is I'm going to set up this guy probably on the 4th floor and have it be his own little room. And he's going to literally be liquid tin into him, output of the components, and just making circuits, and I will have all of my medium circuits. But we have officially entered the medium voltage age. It's a good day. Thank you guys so much for the help around the way. But I think that is actually a very convenient place to kind of call it a good stream for today. We've been at this for a little over 2 hours today, which is a fantastic way to spend our Saturday afternoon. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed our Terraforming Saturday stream we've had today. We will be back on Tuesday for our regularly scheduled Terraforming Tuesday, so definitely check that out. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like and subscribe down below. And yeah, we will put a poll out before Tuesday of what we want to do for Tuesday's stream, so that you guys can help determine what we want to do. At that point, now that we have the medium voltage circuits, or what our next step should be, my guess is it's probably address the chest monster that is taking over my entire world right now. Could also be cleaning up this abomination of a 3rd floor right now, because I've got tubes everywhere that don't necessarily make sense, and it really needs addressed. But we will definitely get to that in the very near future. Thank you guys so much for being here. and we will see you guys on Tuesday. Till then, have a good one, everyone. See you next time.